I think that applause was warranted. 2 days ago, we introduced him. I'll wait for the signal before the live stream starts. Okay, so Eliud Kipchoge, I've introduced you a couple of days beforehand as Olympic champion, world record holder. I think now, of course, the title greatest marathoner of all time is undoubtedly yours, as if it wasn't beforehand. Absolutely, congratulations from everyone here. Just very quickly, housekeeping-wise, we've already said it. We've got 2 microphones here at the front. If you want to ask a question, when it comes to asking questions, just put your hand up. I'll pick the various journalists. Once you have the microphone, just state your name and the outlet that you're from, ask your question, and then kindly pass the microphone back to us. But now, first of all, Eliud, you just mentioned that from the first kilometer onwards, you knew that you were going to go under 2 hours. When you saw the support that turned out in the streets today, could you have imagined anything like that?
First, let me take this golden time to thank the whole team. Let me start with the team and INEOS team for the great thought that they really think that you want to see a human being making history in sport after 65 years of Roger Bannister. And we thank the Global Sports, that's my management. And we thank my coach, Patrick Sang. Thank my family, thank my sponsor, Hennen and Nike, all the sponsors. Let me thank all the human beings who have actually glued to their TVs watching this 1 hour 59 minutes marathon. Let me go to your question that about from the first kilometers I was really comfortable. I've been training for it for the last 4.5 months, and above all, I actually I've been putting in my heart and my mind that I want to run under 2 hours in marathon to make history and pass a positive thought and a message to the whole world that no human is limited.
So you talk about the message there and how no human is limited. When it comes to believing in something and actually being given the opportunity to do something, we've got someone here, Surgeon Ratcliffe. If you could join Eliud, please, at the front table, because you played a very big role in actually making this whole endeavour possible. When you see how it turned out, are you pleased with the end result?
Yes, I'm quite happy. Well, I think, it's a sport, isn't it? And I could see that Eliud believed he could do it, but I'm a very amateur runner, and sometimes, and everyone's the same who runs. You go out and you have a run, and sometimes it's a good run, and sometimes it isn't, and you don't really know why that is. So it's sport. There are no guarantees in sport, are there? You could have had a bad day, but you had a really good day. Well, maybe you always knew you were going to have a good day, but anyway, it's sport. There's no guarantees in sport.
Absolutely.
An amazing achievement. I mean, an extraordinary. I have to say that one thing I will never forget is that last 30 seconds where we saw you coming along. You just had that last half a kilometre to go, and you broke free from the group and the car, and it was just you, and you looked. I mean, your feet really weren't. You accelerated. Can you believe that? You accelerated, and it didn't look like your feet were touching the ground, and your face was so calm and tranquil. And my face would have been tortured and in pain.
I think that's a good point, because there was this moment in the race when you just send the pacemakers away. They were staying behind, and you had this typical Eliud smile on your face. What was going through your mind then, Eliud?
That was my best moment in my life. That it's only 500 meters to go, and it's the time actually to make history. Pressure was actually very big in my shoulders. In fact, yesterday I had a lot of pressure, although I receive a lot of phone calls from President of Kenya, deputies here. I receive a lot of calls from all over the world and all the messages with encouragement. And you know, when you receive a lot of calls from high-profile people, it's on the other hand, it's a pressure.
I think we all agree with that. I'll open the floor. Here's a question there at the front, if we can just pass the microphone.
Hello, Eliud, Nadia from South Africa, Forbes Africa. Thank you, congratulations. What you've done for Africa is incredible. How do you feel, knowing what you've done for your continent, and how will this change how you run marathons going forward? Thanks.
I am a happiest man today that the message "No Human Limited" is now in everybody's mind. That if you believe in something and you put in your mind, put in your heart, transfer to your mind, and say it in your mouth, then it can be realized. So I'm a happy man.
Hello, my name is Knut Okresek from the Daily Österreich here in Vienna. Congratulations. Was there any moment in this incredible run where you felt that this could not be possible to break this record? Because you ran so solid. For us, you looked like a machine.
Not at all, but I was really calm and trying to maintain, to go with the pace, not to be crazy, not to be slow, but to follow the instructions and follow what the pacemakers were doing. So in my mind, actually, many things were going in. Will it happen? What will happen in 30 kilometers, 35, 40? But all in all, my mind was actually on running under 2 hours. So I had it was not 50-50, no. It was 90%.
I'm Olaf Brockmann, Kronzeitung Vienna. What can you say about the pacemakers? Was it perfect? You have seen some mistakes, or was it just smooth and just perfect?
They were really perfect. Yeah. Yes.
Hello, Eliud. Congratulations. Kobe from Give Me Sport. So one of the biggest differences today between now and Monza was the presence of a crowd. Those children running parallel to you behind the barriers and people cheering you on. Just how much of a difference did that make?
The difference only is the experience that I gained in Monza. Monza was good test, and today I have actually realized my dream from Monza.
Yeah, Elias Makori from Kenya. Congratulations, Eliud, hongera. 2 quick questions. One, comparing your body, physio is here, Peter. Comparing your body after Monza and today, is there a difference in the way you're feeling? And secondly, millions of Kenyans were watching, easily the biggest audience after the World Cup. It's now bigger than the World Cup football final. What message do you have to the Kenyans back home who are supporting you?
About the body is that I can't remember how my body was on 6th of May 2017. But all in all, I'm feeling good. Let us talk about here. And about Kenyan circle is that I can say I'm happy to run under 2 hours and rally the whole world, not only Kenya but the whole world. Glued to their TVs, to their YouTube, to their Facebook pages, Twitter, and those who came here to witness it live. So I think actually sport is whereby you can unify people and sell a positive message to the whole world.
There's a microphone already.
Congratulations, Eliud. Muzungu Mkubwa, The New Yorker. The moment around halfway, you felt... It looked as if you were feeling a little bit uncomfortable for a little period. Is that true, or did you have a moment in the race where you felt a little bit uncomfortable around halfway? And if so, how did you prove resilient to that?
It's untrue.
Right. Good answer.
Congratulations, Mr. Kipchoge. I'm from La Vanguardia in Spain. Do you have the feeling that you can go even faster?
That's beyond my conscience. I think I have done my best whereby no other human being after. Let me ask you the question before anything other question. Who is 65 years old and above? Here in the room. 65? Yes, and above. How many?
Older than 65.
It's only 10 people. But most of you did not see Roger Bannister running. So you should be celebrating to see me running after 65 years old.
Question to Eliud, Cathal Dennehy and Runner's World. Two of the people you ran into the arms of after the finish line were Grace and Patrick Sang. Could you just tell us, I guess, what influence those two people have played both in your career and in your life?
Actually, I can't describe. I lack an English word to describe. They've done a lot. My coach, Patrick Sang, is more than a coach. He's more than a life coach. He's more than a sport coach. And I think if I was born in Britain, my English was manufactured. I could have had a very good vocabulary to describe Patrick Sang. But now I learn English in Kenya, and I don't have any vocabulary to describe.
A couple more questions there, Evelyn, over there.
Evelyn Water from Olympic Channel. Congratulations, Kipchoge. Do you now agree that you're one of the greatest marathoners of all time, or do you still want to hold back on that thought?
I'm a believer of challenges, and I believe that if you climb one branch, you aim for the next branch. So I'm happy to be the great to run under 2 hours, but I don't know if I am the great one. You know, in Africa, I have come from Africa, and they say you can shape your hair alone. Somebody else can shape. You cannot be your own papa. You cannot get a machine and shape your hair. Somebody else can shape. So thank you for telling me I am the great one.
Eliud, Neil Barker from SNTV and the Associated Press. On Thursday you said if you achieved this today, it would be the equivalent of man landing on the moon. So shall we be talking about you in the same breath as Neil Armstrong now for the rest of history?
I think together we have gone to the moon, and now we are on Earth. That's what we are doing.
Where would you place this in history, in the context beyond the sporting world?
I think this is a big history, and it can be translated in a positive way and in another way. But all in all, is that what I'm trying to say is that all of us in the whole world, for the last 2 hours, we were in the moon, and after breaking the 2 hours, we are now on Earth.
I think that's a couple more over there, maybe just here, and then we'll wrap it up slowly. Yeah.
John Goodbody from the Sunday Times in London. Can you tell me, what time did you wake up this morning? How did you prepare this morning, and what did you have for breakfast?
I slept last night at 9, and I had a good sleep up to about 3 o'clock. Then I just go to the toilet, and I didn't sleep again. Then I woke up 10 minutes to 5. And I think my hardest time is ever in my life is between 5 o'clock and 8:15.
It's a good time, 8:15.
It was more 4 hours, but it was like 30 minutes. So I had that oatmeal for breakfast. Sorry. Oatmeal. Yeah.
Eliud, congratulations, yes. Pimbal from Algemeen Dagblad. You say between 5 and 8:15 it was the hardest hours in your life.
Yes.
Can you describe those hours? Because
I can't describe it. I can say it 4 hours like 30 minutes. So it was really fast, and I was nervous everywhere. I felt like I'm a little bit weak and all those things.
speaking of time wrapping up fast, I think we have to wrap it up now. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting us all be part of this. Thank you, Sir Jim, for making this happen. And I think we'll all be remembering this day for a very long time in our lives. So thank you very much. If you could all stay seated while we let Eliud leave, and then we will wrap it up here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.